I'm a native New Yorker, born and raised in New York State. I was born in Poughkeepsie, New York. It's about 90 minutes north of here in the Hudson Valley. Both my parents are from the South. My mom was a teacher, now retired, and my dad is a programmer who used to work for IBM. And then IBM had a big plant in Poughkeepsie, and that's where my dad ended up getting his job and ended up parents moving there. Then I came along. And then, actually, interesting fact, they actually both went to SUNY Binghamton. So I guess I'm a SUNY guy, because both my parents went to SUNY, I went to SUNY, so SUNY does work. My dad, in his retirement job, waiting for my mom to retire, came across Maritime College. His retirement gig was actually selling office supplies for our fraternity brother. And I'm a fraternity guy, I like my dad. So then he was kind of waiting around for mom to retire, and SUNY Maritime was one of his clients, and then he fell in love with the school and was like, my son should go to SUNY Maritime College. And then the rest is history. I came in my freshman year. It wasn't easy. You know, Maritime College isn't for the faint of heart, to be honest with you. But I found my way through, and then I graduated with my engineering degree and had a really great engineering career from that one degree. I've had 5 different career paths that I was able to tap into with my degree. So it worked. Maritime, like I said, Maritime does work. What are my thoughts of Black History Month? I like to look at, well, first and foremost, my current Black history as far as being a graduate of Maritime College. I look at the people that I have come across in my career as being a Maritime graduate. People like, for example, my IDO, Captain Kevin Barrow. He's a role model, and I think he's done a lot of great things that one day people will talk about as a part of history. Another gentleman that I've come across is Captain Lee Jackson. He actually owns an offshore supply company out in New Orleans. I mean, yeah, he's a magnificent guy to come across. The Organization of Black Maritime Graduates, I had an opportunity to serve on their board and help them grow to where they are now. So I definitely have come across a lot of recent history that will soon be a part of Black history. So I think we should definitely take a look at what's going on now, because I appreciate history in the making. There's so much history out there, documented, undocumented, and just it gives a chance to showcase history of people from the African diaspora, you know? So we need that so people can bring attention to it. Who is my role model? I mentioned him, Captain Kevin Barrow. He's my role model. He was my indoctrination officer. He helped me become the person that I am today. He is right now a friend and a role model. I always go to him for advice, professional, personal, whatever it may be. He's a good sounding board, and he's a maritime guy like me. So he understands where I've been and the potential that I have moving forward. So if I had to choose a role model, it would be Captain Kevin Barrow. What am I most proud of? I think it's just being able to represent my culture, being a descendant of African slaves, being able to showcase what my culture can bring forward, being able to be me, you know, and being comfortable being me, and having the tools to be me, which SUNY Maritime gave me, so that I could always go into any room and kind of command that room, and they know that he's different. He's just not an average person off the street. I would describe Black history with one word, and that word would be proud. There are so many facets that people of African descent have touched on. People of African descent are history makers. And sometimes some of those stories are lost and they need to be showcased. Again, Black History Month. So then when you look at some of those stories and some of those doctrines or whatever that may be, all you can say is, wow, this is a proud culture of people, and they continue to demonstrate through and through as time goes on. One person that I would like to meet, past or present, would be present. And I think it would be Barack Obama. And the reason being is, even like looking at it, how this guy was like lightning in a jar. Just like a junior senator all of a sudden becoming president, and his trials and tribulations on doing that. Not many people can do that, because he served in the Illinois Senate, then he became a senator of Illinois, and then president. That's pretty amazing how you can do that. So I like to talk to him and be like, sir, how'd you pull this off? Tell me the secret so I can pull it off in some other facet. So that's someone that I would like to meet. I hope that my legacy would be that of a teacher that loves his school, that came back to teach at a school when he didn't have to. Like I said, Maritime College has given me a lot of opportunities, and do I need to be here teaching? No. I could be working for some engineering firm somewhere else. But being here, teaching the next generation of mariners, the next generation of engineers, no matter what race, creed, color, I want to be one of those memorable teachers. And I have a couple of memorable teachers that are still here and some that are no longer here that I will always have fond memories of. And I hope that my students would have fond memories of me when they're looking back, sending their kids to SUNY Maritime College, and like, hey, look for Professor Carswell. I had him when I was 19, and geez, that'll make me pretty old. But that's looking forward into the future. But I look forward to that one day, having the children of my previous students, and then having seen them at homecoming, and kind of hanging out with them and have fond memories of how things were.